What are you gonna do with them? Tiny as hell. Can't even make a sandwich out of those. Got it. I always come here and I'm always like, there's gotta be a fish here. There's never fish here, except for when other people do it. I've seen other people catch fish here. Me, no. Caught fish all over this pond, but this corner that looks super juicy, for whatever reason. All right, so some of you guys might know where we are. Back here, it opened the 3rd Saturday of April, so yesterday. And we're gonna see if there isn't a fish that will entertain us. It's only been open for 1 day, so hypothetically, if everyone followed the law, there's been 0 pressure since November 1st until yesterday. We know realistically, a lot of people just ignore the regulations and come out here anyways, but there's been a lot less pressure by people who actually care and don't want to have their gear confiscated. Because if you fish here out of season, they can confiscate your gear and write you a big old ticket. It's to protect the salmon. Ooh, there's some grass out there. That's a good sign. Healthy aquatic grass, we like to see it. We like to see it. So 2 years ago they sprayed this whole area. It used to be covered in green vegetation, and it was really good for the fish, and then they came in, they sprayed it just like they do in the Delta, and kind of completely changed the creek. But that being said, it's not the end of the world. The fish are still here, they just changed their pattern. There's a bass right there. I think that's a bed right there. Let's see what happens if we throw the wacky at it first. A lot of little bait fish up on the bank today. Alright, try the Texas rig over here, and then we're gonna move on to the next spot. Sometimes they'll ignore the wacky rig, but they'll go for the Texas rig craw. But sometimes they'll just ignore everything. Okay, well, I'll tell you the fish doesn't like the craw more than it didn't like the wacky worm, that's for certain. This bass really doesn't like this craw. I think eventually we're gonna get it to eat. What is the key here? This fish is pissed off, but it's not putting the lure in its mouth. Tried to eat it again. Be wrapped at the tip. Okay, this one is pissing him off. Got it. Finally. Well, all we have to do is go a little more finesse-y. Nope. This is not a bad one. First creek fish of the year on the finesse. Oh, you're hot, aren't you? I'll give you a little wash. So I respect you. I'll get you right back on your bed too. Yep. Nice little 2-pounder. Get her right back on her bed, or him right back on his bed. Worked for him. You know, I had to go super finessey because he was nipping at the craw, but he wasn't eating it, so we just picked up the little finesse jig and that got him. There you go. Figure your way. You're right back over there. That's where your bed was. All right, we got it. Once again, arrowhead little mini jig comes into play. Got him. It's not the biggest, but it's the best. Jim Bob Jones. Oh yeah, Jim Bob Jones comes in clutch. Okay. See ya, Jimmy. Have a good life. All right. All right, y'all. There's a Jim Bob here that's getting annoyed by the craw. I think we might be able to get him eventually. Look at that bird. Bird's just trying to hunt. Little hunting bird right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's sticking its little head out, just looking for something to eat. Fish, dude. Got him. Got the bigger one. There we go. It just took a little bit of dedication and time and switching a bunch of lures. But we did get the fatter one. We did get the female. Look at that belly. Look at that Ned rig. And Ned rig in that freaking fish's face, dude. Hell yeah. Take this out. Right in the top of the mouth like you like it. Secure it. I'm gonna guess a little over 2.5, just because if you look at this fish, it's not very long, but it's full of eggs, pretty fat. Get a weight on her and get her back to her bed, and then we can finally stop hyper focusing on that freaking spot right there. All right, y'all. Fat little spawning bass. 2.5, right as I thought it was. All right, we're gonna get her back. Get you back to your bed, Bertha. Hey, Jim Bob. Hey, I see you there. Coming to check out what's going on here. There she goes. Go back with Bertha. That was cool. I don't normally see another bass just come up to my hand and be like, what's going on? What a guy. What a gentleman of a bass. All right, let's get back to it. Somebody's poaching. Well, I guess there's no size limit to a bluegill, so I guess it's not technically poaching. Well, they're hiding it like they feel bad about it. In my opinion, those are like, can't even make a sandwich with like 2 of those bluegill. It's not even worth keeping, but to each their own, I guess, if it's legal. Yeah. So the camera can see. Somebody's got a stringer with like, I don't even know if that's, the limit's 25. I don't think that's 25, but it's a lot of little ass bluegill. It's like, why even keep those? Not gonna get any meat off of them anyways. How's it going, guys? Is that your stringer with all those bluegill on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with them? tiny as hell. You can't even make a sandwich out of those.
I take maybe 3, 4, I don't know, no.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Are you gonna eat them?
No.
No?
No.
What are you gonna do with them?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with them? No, pescado over there.
See?
Little tiny, is you?
What?
No, over there on the stringer.
I think the other guy.
Oh. Okay. What's going on, everybody? So that's gonna wrap up the day. We went out, we caught a few fish, it was a good time, and then, you know, we stumbled upon those dudes who were just keeping a bunch of bluegill, and you know that technically what they were doing wasn't illegal, but I'd consider it pretty unethical. It's like those bluegill were like this big, like that's not even, you need like 5 of those guys to like make a sandwich, and filleting them isn't worth it. And those are like the food the mid-sized bass would be eating, and you know, it just sort of messes up the ecosystem. And it's like, why would you even do that? There's like 3 of those dudes, so it's like they're not gonna get a meal out of that. They're just killing wildlife for like basically no reason. And if they are using it to fish like live bait, then that's illegal, and like that's also unethical. And if they're using it for catfish bait, like dead bluegill, then whatever. But like, why do you need like 30 of them for that? Like, that's also just kind of ridiculous. Don't be those guys is what I'm saying. But if you've been liking these videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Peace.